What's up everyone, welcome back. As you can see in the background I've got some Black Ops 4. And maybe you've been wondering what I think of the game. Why have I not done a video about it? What's been going on? Why have I not said nothing about it? I thought I would do things in a more objective way rather than playing a couple of games and then going, this game is shit, this game is great, blah 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 blah, all of that crap that everyone else does. So luckily I was able to play both beta weekends. I managed to get a code so I could play it on the PlayStation, and I played the first weekend, and I say I played the first weekend, which literally I played for a few hours each night because of work. I didn't have a lot of time to play it, and I didn't have the best experience on the PlayStation, I've got to be honest, and that's purely because I don't play on it enough, and I don't play Call of Duty very rarely ever on the PlayStation. So, and there were other issues as well, like the way everyone could jump, the sliding, and obviously that all got patched to some degree. So when the weekend came around for Xbox to join in and play and getting on the fun, which I still think is a load of bollocks, it should just be for everyone. And just another thing, the beta should just been open for everyone, because I'm sure it would boost sales if they had it open, rather than just doing it for pre-orders, which I think is crazy. So I had a lot of fun playing it. I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of fun playing it. It was similar to playing Black Ops 3 without all the jumping around. It's still got all the specialists. It's just Call of Duty. That's all I can say. Yeah, it feels different to the other Call of Duties for obvious reasons. You have to do your own health. The health is higher. The time to kill is painfully slow. And that is one of my biggest critiques about the game, is that it's just so slow to kill someone. And then if you come across multiple people at the same time, it's even harder, because there's two of them shooting at you with 150 and they've got 300 health basically together. So it's just, I guess it was the same in other games. I guess it was the same because if you had 100 health and you went against two people, they've got 400 and you've only got, or they get 200 and you've only got 100. But so I guess it's the same thing. It just felt different, and there were a few things, like they said the snipers, that there's only one sniper gun that you could use, and then the video that Thunder said that you'd have to be superhuman to be able to use it. I got fucking sniped loads, absolutely loads. It was ridiculous, and I think quickscoping should never be in any of the Call of Duties. It has been, and if they're going to continue doing it, why take away the one thing that I love doing, and that's drop shotting? You cannot drop shot anymore, and that was the worst thing about playing on the PlayStation, because I've just got an ordinary PlayStation controller. I had to change my settings back to, I always play on tactical, and I had to play it back to playing on normal, on the default setting, and I just found it really weird because then I had to keep pushing B to slide. So when it was on the Xbox and I had my Elite controller, I then could leave it on default and just use the slide on my buttons underneath, and that way I didn't keep pushing, because I do have a habit of, when I get a bit excited, of pushing down on the thumbstick and going into an automatic drop shot. It's just something it's embedded in my brain and I can't help it. And when you go to do drop shotting now, it's awful. It takes ages to go down, and you can't ADS, and you're hip firing, and it's really inaccurate. And that's probably one of the worst things that I hated about the game. I couldn't drop shot. They've taken that away, but they still let people quick scope, and that's apparently a viable thing to do. But drop shotting is too cheap, and that's why they took it out and toned it down. My overall experience, like I was saying, was pretty good. I had fun. It was better because I'm sick of all the boost jumping. I mean, World War 2 was alright, and it wasn't really alright. It was shit. I didn't really enjoy it, and when I have gone back and played it, the map's just awful. And that's another thing. What happened to the maps that we used to have? The more open maps with less buildings, more three-lane structure, which we haven't got. You've got all this clutter and corridors, and I'm just hoping that some of the other maps on when the game comes out will be better. And I have pre-ordered it, like I said before. And yes, I have actually updated my pre-order, so now I've got the Black Ops Pass, which I didn't want to buy, but I really want to. I think I will put a lot of time into this game, more than I have done with the past 4 Call of Duties that have been out. Saying that, I did put a lot of time into most of them, but not enjoyed them as much. Black Ops 3 was the best out of the last 4, probably, even with the boost jumping. I thought it was alright. I think there's more to come. I think they need to tweak some things. I think the score streaks were fucking too expensive to get unless you run that device that got them a lot cheaper. So normally a UAV is 550 points. for a UAV. It's 5.5 kills for a UAV. I mean, I know you can get points from using your specialist or using different abilities or whatever, but it's still too much. I mean, 8 kills for a Hailstorm missile. So if you use this device, I can't remember what it's called, you can get a Hailstorm for 5 kills, you can get a UAV for 3 kills. So it was definitely worth running that, but then having the acoustic sensor was kind of really overpowered. It was like, as once again my recording decided just to stop in the middle. Yeah, like I said, it was like 6 cents on steroids. It was just overpowered, and obviously luckily they changed the body armour and made that a little bit more balanced, and there was lots of things in it that weren't actually supposed to be. But overall, I had fun playing it, and I had more fun when I played it on the Sunday night on the last part that I could play, because I had work on the Monday, and played with some friends, and I had a great laugh, and I had some really like okay games. I think this game I go 29 for 12. Yeah, I died a lot, but I got 29 kills, and I was happy with that. I mean, what can I say? I'm getting back into playing Call of Duty again. I've been playing NW3, been playing Black Ops 3, been trying to get back into playing Call of Duty. And it definitely helped when I went into this game because my aim was a lot better. But overall, I don't get why everyone's been moaning about it. I really don't. I know that in some ways it's like it's taken 3 years to make this game, but look, you've already getting this multiplayer and then a blackout mode and zombies, and I get that. And I get that maybe they should have done something a little bit more rather than just kind of copying a lot of the stuff that was in Black Ops 3. But at the same point, it's just Call of Duty. I don't know what people want. I don't know what the Call of Duty community want from a game, because they want something to change, and when it does change they moan about it, and then when it goes back to how it was then people moan about it again. Like I said in someone else's video, FIFA is FIFA every single year. They might tweak a few things here and there, but the basic principle of it was that it's just FIFA. And I think with Call of Duty they need to go back to that. I think just fuck all this redoing your health thing yourself. Get the health back to 100 like it was, and just keep the gameplay like it used to be. Make the maps more simple. I know we've got better technology now, we can make the maps look beautiful. There's nothing to say you can't make the maps look beautiful, but let's try and kind of just make it a bit more like Call of Duty was. This is probably, for me, being back boots on the ground, I know we said this before, is like a massive thing. I hate all the jumping. Like I said, the first week of it on the PlayStation, the jumping was ridiculous. They could jump about 6 foot in the air, and they kind of toned that down, which made it a little bit better. But I wish they'd bring back the drop shotgun, because that's something that I always did, and I think it's if you can have snipers that can quick scope, then why not have people that can drop shot? Oh, and if people want to bunny hop around, then they can do that, and if people want to sit in the corner, then they can do that. Everybody's allowed to play it in the way they want to play it. As much as I hate quick scoping, at least let everybody be able to do the thing that they want to be able to do. So my overall thoughts of it, I thought it was alright. I can definitely see myself playing it for the whole year. I don't agree with what everyone else is saying, that it's a shit game. Like, I mean, it was a beta, but it's more than just a beta. It's virtually, we're 2 months away from it being released, so it's pretty much nearly a final game. They need to boost the score streaks, make them cheaper, sort out some of the dodgy gun fights that you have where you're one-on-one with somebody and you shoot first and then you still die. I know that you got crashes, specialist that gives everyone health, so that has a big thing, because you could be having a gunfight with somebody and then all of a sudden their health goes up to 200, or boost their health in the middle of a gunfight. It's a little bit weird in that way, but overall I had fun. I enjoyed it, and it was nice to go back to the Black Ops series. It was nice to, it was familiar. It was familiar. It was different but familiar at the same time. I still think they just need to sort out the maps, make them just a little bit more simple like they used to be. But overall, I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I've got more gameplay saved up. I've got gameplay of other Call of Duty as well, which I'm going to be bringing really, really soon. And I'll definitely be trying to upload as much as I possibly can. Leave your thoughts down below if you played the beta, what you thought about it, what you didn't like, what you did like. I'd like to hear all your thoughts. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.